Hey everybody, what's up? Gonna be doing another vinyl haul here, and just to save some time, we're gonna jump right into it because I have quite a bit saved up now to show off. So here we go. We're gonna start here with this is a blue vinyl of the main title song and the Cantina Band song from A New Hope, Star Wars. This one here is Single by Jerry Other. And if you're not familiar with Jerry Other, he's the son of Jerry Only, bass player and one of the vocalists for the Misfits. This is his son's solo project. Jerry Other is also a guitarist for the Misfits when they're not performing as the original Misfits. And the song is called "There's Nothing to Hide From." A little bit of the style of the Misfits, but it's more pop punk, kind of like newer Blink-182, that kind of style. Ordered this directly from his website when it came out for pre-order, and he sent it to me signed and with a few other things like sticker and whatnot. Okay, I'm trying to get these right here. Okay, all of these ones I'm about to show here are from a shop that I know I've mentioned before in my videos called Used Kids Records. It is a record shop in Columbus, Ohio. In my opinion, it's probably the best one in Columbus area. It has the most selection, and they're always adding more and more new stuff. Highly recommend Used Kids in Columbus. Alright, first thing I want to show from there is get out here. Okay. Picked up this EP from Used Kids by the Ramones. I don't know the title of it. I don't think I try to pronounce it. But what it is side one is the original demos from 75. And if I remember correctly, it's Chainsaw, Now I Want to Sniff Some Glue, and I forget what the other one is. And then side two is Live on Top of the Pops, and it's them doing, I forget what the first track is. Second track is We Want the Airwaves. Track one from November 28th, 1978, Top of the Pops, London, England. Track two, We Want the Airwaves. Let's see, October 29th, 1981, Stockholm, Sweden. Quality is very good. The only downside is that on side one it has 3 tracks, and my turntable has an automatic return arm, and it's just too close to the middle of the record to hear the entire side. See the label there. So I'm not sure what language this is. Okay, it says Portugal. That's where this is supposedly from, though I'm not sure. And they always have really good prices at Used Kids, especially on 45s. Here's the next next one here. This is the Beatles, Yellow Submarine and Eleanor Rigby picture sleeve. Really nice shape. I already have this single, but I didn't have the picture sleeve. And then the last two singles here are two more Beatles. This is Twist and Shout with There's a Place on the Oldies 45 label. I always wonder why the label is called Oldies, or why these are put out on Oldies 45. I mean, I know the licensing reasons and whatnot, the whole thing with that. But these came out, these particular singles were put out in '64. So they weren't old songs by any real means, but okay, and that was all. I'm sorry, I do have one more from Used Kids. This is 1,000 Miles of Mud by Night Vapor, band based out of Pittsburgh. Vinyl there. Acquaintance of mine from Pittsburgh is the lead singer. Pictured right there. Really good album. Check them out if you're into that kind of music there. Okay, moving on here. I'm gonna show this something I got online. This is Ozzy's The Ultimate Sin. Still sealed. Been wanting this album for a while. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Ozzy album. Got a copy on eBay that still had the shrink but was opened, and the guy never got back with me after I bought it, and then eventually said he couldn't find the record, canceled my order, and then right after that, up on my save search, popped up a still sealed copy for less money than I was paying for the other one. So it worked out pretty well. I'll probably open it eventually, maybe do a sealed revealed video for that one as well, or wait till I get a few more things to unveil for video. Okay, moving on. Next record store I'm gonna plug here is a new one that I hadn't been to before until just recently. I've been back twice in Columbus. It's called Spoonful Records. Really, really cool record store downtown. It's very small store, but when you do find stuff there, it's usually pretty interesting stuff. I'm just going to pull out the stuff from Spoonful here. Should have been more prepared, I guess. Alright, first thing here is a single I picked up for All You Need Is Love, Baby You're a Rich Man. Sleeve isn't in that greatest shape. The record's not that great either. But being Beatles are my favorite band, and I've been trying for a long time now to get nicer copies of the picture sleeves. So when this popped up, I figured I'd just go ahead and get it. $6 wasn't a bad price to pay for me. Next thing I got here from Spoonful is this the Green Hornet album. This is a radio show. It has two complete programs. It's an hour worth of audio. It claims, let's see here. It says, claims the complete show exactly as heard on the Mutual Net, December 3rd, 1952, the next to the last show of the series. And I like Green Hornet. I've been a fan for a long time of the old Serial, the show, the 60s one with Bruce Lee, even the one with Seth Rogen I really liked back when I was young. And I had a lot of the comic books growing up for Green Hornet. Most of them took place around this time. So they were all about like fighting Nazis and stuff, which is what makes this cover really nice. Is Just the cover there, him beating up a Nazi. But that's pretty cool. I haven't got a chance to listen to it yet. But I'm sure I will enjoy it. Okay, moving on from Spoonful here. For $2, I got this this promo 12-inch single by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Side 1 here is Roadrunner. And side 2 has You Got Me Floatin' and This Means War. Joan Jett is also one of my top favorite artists, and to get as much by her as I can is what I've been trying to do as of lately. So $2 for a 12-inch with 3 songs, won't complain. Next, moving on, I didn't expect to acquire so much of this, but this is what started the day. This Springsteen 12-inch single for Born in the USA has 3 different versions of Born in the USA: the Freedom Mix, the Dub, and the Radio Mix. I really like these 12-inch singles where they're 7-8 minutes long and they're ridiculous mixes, and like the Freedom Mix is 7 minutes 20 seconds. The Dub Mix is 7 minutes 36 seconds, and then the Radio Mix is 6 minutes 10 seconds. And they get pretty ridiculous and funny and well worth having. And picking that up somehow spawned the next store that we went to, which is Lost Weekend, which is another small record shop in Columbus. A lot of times they don't have a whole lot stuff that's real interesting, but they usually have a few items that are either really rare or hard to find for not that bad of a price on them. So while I was there, I was able to pick up this. This is Glory Days, Bruce Springsteen. I'm not sure where it's from. It says import on the back, but you get Glory Days, you get Sherry Darling, Racing the Streets, and a song called Stand On It, which says previously unavailable. It might tell me on here where it's from. England, it's the UK. But really cool cover there. Goes along with the Born in the USA single. And then coming up here is the 12-inch single for Cover Me. And you get the undercover mix, the dub mix, the radio mix, and a second dub mix. So you get 4 tracks on this one. And it's also just as ridiculous as the other one. And here is last item I got at Lost Weekend, which is a bootleg album called Prove It Every Night, Bruce Springsteen E Street Band. It's one of those, it's an old school one. It's the cardboard sleeve with the paper taped on. It has this on the back of it, which is supposed to look like the Beatles VJ album, but the tracks that are listed on this back piece of paper aren't on the album, but the ones that are listed here are, and it's surprisingly really good quality for being a bootleg from the 70s or 80s. But you get Because the Night and Point Blank on side 1. Then side 2 you get Not Fade Away, a couple interviews, Fever, and Good Rockin' Tonight. And I was kind of weary about buying this because of the quality that it could have been, but I was very happy with the quality of it. And it's a really, really cool cover. And that was the last one from Lost Weekend. We also made a stop at Magnolia Thunder Pussy. and they have a bigger selection, not a bigger selection of records than Used Kids, but altogether they have a huge record section, but they also have a huge CD section. They have movies, T-shirts, things like that. I picked up this copy of Hymns Uneasy Listening Volume 1, which apparently came from Best Buy. Still sealed there. This has 15 tracks, all of different alternative versions of songs, like remix versions, acoustic versions, live stuff, demos. But I haven't got to put that in and play it just yet. I plan on doing that later today. Let's see here. They were also getting rid of some posters while I was there. And I picked up this Claypool Lennon Delirium ad, which I'll get a frame for that eventually. And I have a guitar that's signed by Sean Lennon, so pick that up. Be nice to display with it. And then this one I got, which is really cool. Ad for First Aid Kit's newest album. And the only vinyl I picked up that day was one I really thought about while I was there, but decided in the end not to pass it up. But this copy of Ramones Leave Home, which I have a copy, but it's not in the best shape. And my copy has an original first press American sleeve, but the LP's from Portugal, I believe. But this is also the first press. Has carbonite glue on it, and it's in really, really, really good shape. Played it last night. The vinyl plays perfectly, and it's got the lyric sleeve in there, and then the other side's got a photo of them on it. It's a little more than I was wanting to spend on one album at the time, and not very much. It was only $22, but it was still a little more than I had set out to spend while I was out. And it looks like that is it. A little longer video than I intended to make, but I wanted to make sure I got everything in there and to give a plug to some of these shops. So if you're in the Columbus area, first one I would tell you check out, if you only check out one, check out Used Kids. And the other ones you can check out is Lost Weekend, Magnolia Thunder Pussy, and another one which I didn't go to but I have been to, called RPM Records. Those are all on the same street, on North High Street. And then Spoonful Records is downtown. So, and I guess that's it. So we will see you.